The city hummed quietly outside the small diner, but inside, the air was thick with the smell of burnt coffee and sizzling bacon. Denise Carter moved through the morning rush like a force of nature, trays balanced in her good hand, her left wrapped in bandages that reached her wrist. Every movement carried a hidden ache, a reminder of the accident that had left her injured. Yet she smiled, her shield against the whispers, the pitying glances, and the sharp criticism of her manager, Ross. "Pick it up, Denise. Don't keep people waiting," Ross barked, his voice slicing through the chatter of the diner like a knife. A few customers shook their heads, whispering, "Poor thing. She shouldn't even be working." But Denise pushed on. Rent didn't wait, bills didn't care, and quitting wasn't an option. Weeks earlier, she had overheard Ross bragging about skimming money from the register. When he discovered her eavesdropping, his hand had twisted her wrist until something cracked. The pain dropped her to her knees, but he sneered, "Clumsy, huh? Better keep it that way. One word about what you heard, and you won't just lose your job." Now, her hand bound and useless, she was marked as incompetent while he walked freely, hiding his theft behind cruelty. Watching from the corner booth, Harold Whitman, an older man with sharp eyes and a quiet presence, observed everything. To everyone else, he was just another retiree enjoying a plate of eggs. But Harold was the diner's owner, undercover for weeks, studying the dynamics, noting the patterns of Ross's calculated abuse. He had seen Denise push through pain, carry plates, balance trays, smile through exhaustion, and he knew the truth didn't match the lies Ross told. The morning rush carried on. Denise flinched at the collision with a customer, wiped down tables with trembling hands, and endured Ross's relentless scrutiny. Customers whispered, some sympathetic, some uncertain. Harold's jaw tightened. Cruelty and bias had become a weapon in Ross's hands, and he was using it to conceal something darker. By mid-morning, Harold moved quietly to the back office. Papers scattered across the desk revealed falsified misconduct reports, each targeting Denise, along with financial discrepancies showing missing cash. Ross wasn't just cruel. He was dishonest, exploiting her injury and intimidation to cover his theft. Harold clenched his fists. This wasn't just abuse. It was calculated, deliberate, and intolerable. As Denise continued her shift, silently enduring humiliation and exhaustion, Harold observed, noting every instance of Ross's unfair treatment. Orders were mishandled by others, yet he criticized only her. Spilled drinks, slight delays. Nothing escaped Ross's scrutiny. Yet Denise maintained her poise. Her quiet resilience contrasted sharply with Ross's loud and vicious control. Days later, Harold prepared to act. He returned to the diner, slipping into his usual corner booth, eyes fixed on Denise. The lunch rush slowed, giving Harold the opportunity to confront Ross. When the manager sneered at Denise for spilling a fork, Harold tapped his coffee cup gently, the metallic sound cutting through the din and drawing everyone's attention. Conversations paused. Forks hung midair, and Denise froze, sensing the shift in the air. "Good morning, everyone," Harold began, his voice calm but commanding. "I think it's time you all knew something." Ross laughed nervously. "What now?" Giving a speech. Harold's gaze pinned him. "No, I own this diner." The room went silent. Customers turned, eyes widening. Denise's eyes filled with disbelief and cautious hope. For years, the quiet man in the corner had been watching, observing, recording. Now, the truth was ready to emerge. Harold placed a folder on the counter. Pages spilled out, falsified misconduct reports, financial logs, register discrepancies, all evidence meticulously gathered. "I know what you've been doing, Ross. Every false report you filed against Denise. Every dollar you skimmed from the register. And I know what you did to her hand." Gasps rippled across the diner. Ross stammered, This is ridiculous. You can't." Two uniformed police officers entered, silencing the room. Ross's facade of control crumbled as the cuffs snapped around his wrists. Denise stood frozen, tears in her eyes, as the weight of blame finally shifted. For once, she was free of his shadow. Harold turned to her, softer now. "You've carried this place on your back. While others lied about you, you kept it running. From today forward, you're not just a waitress. You're the new floor supervisor." Tears streamed down Denise's face. The bandaged hand trembled as she pressed it to her lips. Customers clapped, some quietly, some loudly, echoing approval. For the first time in years, Denise straightened her shoulders, not as a victim, but as someone finally recognized for her strength and resilience. The diner changed in more ways than one. The staff, inspired by her courage and now guided by her leadership, embraced teamwork and respect. Customers noticed the renewed energy, commenting on friendlier service and faster delivery. The diner, once a place of fear and oppression, became a space of fairness, dignity, and hope. Over the following weeks, Denise recovered steadily. Physical therapy strengthened her hand, and under Harold's mentorship, she embraced her leadership role. She trained the staff, instilled values of integrity, and inspired the entire team with her quiet strength. One busy morning, a young couple called out to her, "You're amazing. We've seen you work through everything, and you never gave up." Denise smiled, genuine and unguarded for the first time. "Thank you. That means a lot." Harold, observing from his corner booth, nodded. Justice had been served and hope restored. The diner now breathed freely, filled with respect and fairness, a testament to resilience and courage.
As the sun cast warm light through the windows, Denise looked around at the bustling tables, smiling co-workers, and the steady presence of Harold. She realized that enduring hardship had forged something unbreakable within her, a resilience that could change the world around her. The story of Denise Carter, the waitress who refused to be defeated, spread quietly through the community. It became a testament to perseverance, courage in the face of cruelty, and the transformative power of someone willing to stand up for what is right. Harold pushed his empty cup aside and rose from his booth. "Time to let the world see what you've always been capable of," he said. Denise met his gaze, a spark of confidence in her eyes. "I think I finally can." Outside, the city moved on as it always did. But inside that small diner, a new chapter had begun, one of fairness, respect, and the quiet triumph of justice. And from that day forward, no one in that diner or beyond doubted the courage of a woman who kept showing up even when the world tried to break her.